Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the CCS Championship presented by the Sideline Sports Network. I'm back with Wolfie Too Hot as number 5 Central Michigan takes on number 12 Middle Tennessee State in a 5-12 match here in the Midwest region. Let's get rumbling, Wolfie. Round 1, it kicks off this week. It's been lots of high-quality action, and this game is no more other than a big-time game here in the opening round.
And well, how else do you want to get a night going than having two great teams really battle it out? And, this round number 1, nobody's really been able to get some momentum until right now in this series. This is where you really see yourself kind of look what this 5 minutes looks like, as well as the rest of the upcoming matches. But this is going to be a blockbuster.
Should be a blockbuster. And again, a lot of people have picked this upset to happen for MTSU. We'll see if they can bring it to Central Michigan, who again finished the year 12-1 in the season. The one loss coming to Akron in the conference tournament final. So again, 1 loss on the year. MTSU has 4 losses on the season. We'll see how this one goes. But I think CMU heavily favored. But again, a lot of people did pick an upset to happen here for the Blue Raiders.
Well, you could say, well, they've lost a game, but against Akron, your number 1 team, who you mentioned off stream, that should be one of the teams to look out for. Trying to go for 5 straight, and to be able to go against the best, you have to continue trying to show that you are the best every single time you step onto the pitch. And this is where both these two teams are trying to continue moving on, but not too much action going in there. Great defense, going to take away every bit of pressure there.
Middle Tennessee State, second place in Conference USA, losing to LA Tech in both the regular season finale and the conference tournament championship. And they also dropped non-conference contests to Akron Gold and James Madison. It's a minute 10 off the clock here in Wolfie. Game 1 is still 0-0 for now, but a lot of people picked the 12 seed of Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders to pull the upset here.
And, usually the fans, the people in Twitch chat, make sure to go into Twitch chat, let us know who you feel is going to take this series. They always have that crystal ball. They just seem to know what's coming, and who knows, maybe they're right, Nation. And, the social feed will love to hear about that. Imagine the reactions. Make sure to go, ladies and gentlemen, onto the official CCS social feed. You get all up to date for everything coming through. As a big shot coming through, will it hit? No, it won't. Logan saving a huge shot twice there.
2 minutes off the clock, still tied at 0, and we've been treated to a pretty good opening 2-minute contest here so far. Wolfius trio off in the heavens of a pass there, no good though. It's wide left and out of harm's way. We play on. His uncle Stid finds a shot. It's good for 1. There's the opener.
Well, the uncle right now showing, boys, I can still get it done. Amazing job to be able to get that 50 to win it. And this is where the rotation just working out to perfection. You see that we are chalked? No, he is cracked right now. There's a first goal going on, but will 1 be able to hold here, Nation?
Tall order and hope for 1 to hold, but we play on 1-0. The demo's coming through, almost a second. There's trio down the backfield. Flash and company. A lot of work still to do in the second half here. Wolfie, the first half 1-0. The current score at halfway time of game 1. That's all you can ask for. And if you're both these two teams or a viewer here.
No, and this is kind of, you never want to see a one-sided affair in game number 1. You always want to see two teams that kind of seem to have the extra juice. And, Logan right now just showing, hey, I survived in this story. He's continued to make big saves.
2:15 left to go here in the last series. Game 1 between Texas Tech and Providence was 5-1. It was a complete blowout in the opening game, and that one got out of hand pretty quick for the Red Raiders. We went on to win it 4-0. But 2 minutes left here, still 1-0. Lots of clock still to go. It's the Blue Raiders this time around trying to find their way to a victory to the round of 32.
Well, this is where you just got to take it 1 minute at a time and 1 possession at a time. I've liked the fact that you haven't seen them sell out. They're still playing patient Rocket League. That 1 goal has not put them in a position where they feel they have to come out here and put foot right on the gas, but time's a ticking. You want to be able to at least try to get 1 goal to take that 0 off the scoreboard, especially here in game number 1.
Trio in Central Michigan trying to find their first ever round of 64 victory. It will be their first ever program win in the CCS Championship. Same goes for Middle Tennessee State with a win tonight, but 1:18 to go. The Chippewas still leading 1, the minute 15 down.
This is start. We knew it was going to be tough to be able to beat this team, but you see how tough both these two teams have been playing, especially on the defensive side. Right there, that's what you're looking for. High aggression, high effort. Well, 60 seconds remaining. Still looking for one. Will it find itself here? We'll have to find out.
50 seconds left to go. The Chippewa offense trying to find one more opportunity for a 2-0 lead as Logan finds the save. 45 to go. The Blue Raiders now need one in the last 40 here.
And how well has Logan been playing on the defensive side? It just seems that he's really kept this team in this game here so far. We'll see if he's able to turn into any offensive pressure. But this is where now you're seeing a desperation potentially here in the final 30 seconds. It's all or nothing here in game one, and a shot going down the crossbar has different answers.
Logan, there's a clear last alive as beware here for the Chippewa defense. 14 on the clock in Central Michigan. So far, so good through 4:50 of game time as the Blue Raiders with nothing in answer here, Wolfie. Game one going to go the way of Central Michigan unless barring a last-second goal here.
I would love to see that. Take us to an OT, but the OT will elude us. Central Michigan in center frame right now after a big win. This one, an all-team effort.
As the Chippewas 1-0, the final score from game one, and CMU get the job done in game one. It's 1-0. They're 3 wins away from their first ever CCS Championships victory.
It always starts with one, and it can be right here. This is where you can really start making that journey a little special. And both these two teams, they have aspirations that really outgrow just themselves. It's the whole program. They want to show, hey, we're the best Rocket League program in this entire league. And round number one, top 64. This is where a lot of question marks are on the table. Now the question mark for Middle Tennessee is, do you got the comeback in you?
Well, it looked really good in game one in their conference tournament final, but then it all went downhill after that, and it just completely derailed the train. We'll see if they can keep it together tonight longer than one game, but game two coming up here. Middle Tennessee State needed a response going into game two.
Well, and this now is where this is your adjustment period. You have to come into this match right now kind of just telling yourself, hey, we have to get going quick. We can't get into a position where you're looking at a quick goal coming in early. For Central Michigan, do what you did. Apply a lot of pressure. That defense, how long will it stay perfect? We'll have to find out. 5 fresh minutes here in game number 2.
We're back underway, Central Michigan. Looking for a 2-0 start. Middle Tennessee looking for a response to game one. It's an opportunity here for Uncle STN. Didn't find the opener there. Wolfie in game two starts out with a couple early shots, but no goals here.
Well, you're seeing Logan. He's been that backbone right now for the defense. So it really looks to see maybe he start getting targeted with some demos. You might see some bumps coming through, and really look for that focus to maybe for that first man to start pinpointing him as a threat.
It's always weird casting Logan. I can't lie. But 4:30 left to go. Middle Tennessee State still looking for their first goal of the series here, Wolfies. It's just 1-0 on aggregate through 6 minutes.
Characteristical double commit there. We've seen this team do such a great job with the communication, and that's where you can't let falter. That's the last line that you want to see start struggling there, but just clean it back up. 4 minutes remaining, but they need to get off their half now.
3:55 left to go. It's Logan and company looking for their first goal here to get the offense started. If it starts with one, then the dams can start to open up here for the Blue Raiders. Again, Central Michigan, heck of an effort so far through 6.5, and Chippewas still perfect through 6.5 minutes. No goals allowed for Middle Tennessee State.
And just a tough touch there for Logan. Looked to be a potential opportunity to score, as this one at the last second will be able to get a car on, but 2 back here. Now for Central Michigan, this is where you're seeing the offense start being a little bit more confident on their touches. They're starting to catch this team out a bit, and that's where you're saying, I know you're looking for that first goal here. You have to allow it to come to you. Don't force it just yet.
Absolutely. Now Logan up the flash into the backboard. Look for a double. 8 boosts to use. It won't go. A little bit too high there on the challenge there for Flash. The Blue Raider offense remains on the field for now. So there's the clear for CMU. 2:50 on the clock to go. That shot's on target, doesn't go. Rebound is no good. Turned away by Logan. They play on.
On the play on trio, as Logan gets credited for the goal there. An unfortunate touch. It actually seemed, I thought for attention there. It was a team bump going back the other way, but just stealing it. Logan, you see the defense turning into offense.
Well, they're going to get credit of a own goal technical touch there. It's 1-0 now. The Blue Raiders leading by 1. Their first lead of the night so far. Game 2, they find first blood, now looking for a second opportunity.
Well, there it is. This is what we said you have to be able to get done right now. You have to score, but you can't give up a goal quick. Great job there, able to clear it out, but the pressure's still coming on. Trio cannot get too much of a touch there. You're starting to see this side start looking for some aggression.
Well, aggression's going to be a key factor here for MTSU. Got to put CMU on their back foot. There's an opener for Beware. It's 1-1.
Well, it looks like finally we have in game number 2, both of these offenses have been able to strike in the same game. And a beautiful job off the backboard, just puts it right into a position for his teammate to be able to push through. And Trio has been doing a great job of just trying to orchestrate this offense so far.
2:11 left to play. Game number 2, Middle Tennessee State. Again, looking for their first win of a series as Trio finds a second. It's a 2-0 run, and the Chippewas back in front.
Yeah, I said, okay, I was able to give an assist here. Find me down low. Beautiful job. Just sneaks it right past the defender. Now, you see them right here, up by 1 with 2:04. This is where Central Michigan, they struggled in the beginning of this game, but it seemed once that they got scored on, things just switched. That light switch just turned on. We'll see how bright that light continues to shine here with the last 2 minutes of this one.
1:55 left to play on the clock in regulation. A 2-0 Chippewa run has led Middle Tennessee State to a 2-1 deficit. In the last 90 seconds, this offense has got to find a way to put together one more and get this game back to level to avoid an 0-2 hole.
And this is where, if you're Middle Tennessee, you can't say, hey, we cannot get panicky here. We can't allow ourselves to feel this pressure. We've been doing such a good job of being cool, calm, and collective. Don't get into a position where we're coming out here and just going for unnecessary touches. And we'll see what they can do in the last 120 seconds. But for Central Michigan, I'm loving the way they've just been able to take control of this game here late.
Absolutely. And now 70 seconds on the clock. The Blue Raiders trailing 1. As CMU again responded earlier with 2-0 run there earlier, Wolfie in the 3rd minute of regulation, but now MTSU in desperate measures going to call for a desperate attempt at one more goal here.
Well, you don't want to go into a possession with sweet talk, and you never want to be the person saying, I got to receive. What a job there from Trio. He has looked like the MVP here in game 2.
Trio to get this one back away. Puggett fires weak on target there. Trio picking up the clear and save for the Chippewa defense is again now CMU. The offense has done its job so far. The defense locking down the Blue Raiders to just 1 goal here so far. It's nice. Beaver's looking for the dagger. It's no good. 30 to go.
And you saw that team bump there, unfortunately, for Middle Tennessee. Thankfully, it didn't go and hurt them, but those are the type of mistakes we're talking about. Double commit. This is where this team just needs to calm down, understand that, hey, yes, we're down right now, but we cannot get outside ourselves.
5 to go. The clock ticking. Middle Tennessee State lead 1 here. It's Logan back to center. Trio kills it. CMU take game 2. It's 2-0.
Well, Central Michigan right now saying we know how to get the job done, and Trio leading this trio here in game 2. And he had a spectacular game. You see at the tag, RLCS 2025 challenger, and that's for good for aspects. He's just seen himself really command this game and take it over there.
CMU 2 wins away, 2-0 now after 10 minutes. Well, what's gone wrong for MTSU? 1 goal through 10 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of clock played so far. Just 1 singular goal through 10 minutes. I mean, just not a lot of time per goal.
And I like they're taking their time right now, having a chance to maybe take a sip of water, maybe have a conversation, but it just seems that Middle Tennessee has just been put into the back lane. Logan has been doing a great job of putting this team on his back. You see him right now just absolutely terrorizing on a score for his team. But, 5 shots, that has to change. You have to find a way to get some more aggressions. Let it be solo plays. Let it be team passes where, if you find a way to stretch the field, good things usually happen there. But all talk, all action now. Here in game number 3, tournament lives currently in the hinge here for Middle Tennessee.
Game 3 underway. That's an open net for Trio. 1-0, not the way you want to start if you're MTSU down 1, 4 seconds in.
Well, they say look good, feel good, play good. Trio saying I'm all three right now, and for him to just step up in game 1, of course you always say, hey, it's an easy kickoff goal. Well, you scored first in the 4 seconds, and you've been able to win the last couple games, so that's already a recipe for success.
4:45 left to go here. MTSU trailing early, trying to find a response here as Puggett's no good off the bar. Rebound is Logan on target, won't go.
Beautiful job there on the rotation. Just was able to find it, but an awkward save will not be able to come through. All knotted back up. Flash right here. Just puts it down, gets it over, and ties this one up in the first 30 seconds.
Trade out that opening kickoff goal here. Wolfie 26 seconds in, and now Central Michigan back to level again with MTSU, and now the Blue Raiders a chance to reclaim a lead that they once had in game 2 before things quickly derailed. But still plenty of time left to go, down 2 goals in this series through 11 minutes.
And that's their first goal they've been able to get after they got scored on. So it's great to be able to see them say, we don't put our heads down when adversity comes. We just continue looking straight into the face. But you're not out of the woodworks yet. You're still in the first 60 seconds of action. And both these two teams have already seen a goal. 4 more minutes of this one. It's going to be entertaining. Will a shot come? Beautiful 50, but still allows for an opportunity. Not much to see it, as we'll just have Central Michigan trying to come up with something.
Beware's from the backboard double attempt here will not go. Minute 15 down as Flash and company take over. Now MTSU looking for one last chance here to close the first half off with a high note of a lead. But again, lots of clock still to play as their season lies in the line. So a win here tonight is again, it's win or go home, do or die in the CCS tournament.
Well, this is where, if you're Central Michigan, understand all the pressure right now in Middle Tennessee. Find a way to see them have those little cracking points, and when the dam starts cracking, the floodgates open, and that's what you're looking for. But this is not safe. You need to at least get to a 3-1 game for you to feel you have this one in total in hand. But if you're Middle Tennessee, you cannot allow yourself to try to play catch up the rest of this one.
You do not want to let this one get to 3-0. I mean, that's number one priority. You don't want to go down 0-3 in a tournament game like this where everything's in the line from game 4 and on. But Uncle Estienne looking to look for a second. There's a lead, 2-1.
Now, the Say Nation, what's the mental look like here for the boys in blue? You cannot be blue. You have to just get up and say, hey, we're down right now. We do not want ourselves to lose our heads. You might have to just say after this game, maybe an unofficial timeout where you just allow for the entirety of the seconds after this match to kind of play through.
I think sitting out the whole 60 seconds is a solid idea. I mean, I think you have to, if you drop here in game 3, to try to find a way to get the reverse sweep started with some momentum going into game 4. But nonetheless, still plenty of time left. Half the game still to go for MTSU to play catch up here, but they do need one here desperately soon.
Well, this is where I'm looking really at Pugs here to really step up. Him and Flash, I feel that once they start connecting with Logan a bit more, things might start opening up. But you're seeing 2 men in the same position. You're just seeing that they're starting to break down a little bit. They're trying to get a goal, but it can't be out, like we talked about earlier, out of desperation.
Two-minute warning in game 3. MTSU trailing 1, Central Michigan. A win away here for match point, and 2 wins away from their first ever CCS Championships victory in the round of 64 as the Chippewas have done a heck of a job so far. Minute 45 to go here in game 3.
And, it's been close games as well. It hasn't been where you're feeling that we can't play with this team. Middle Tennessee has been right there the entire way. They just have to find way to just get over that hump. Find that secret sauce, be able to put it on, and just eat for the rest of this series.
Minute 30 left to go. Still plenty of time. 90 seconds for theirs to finish. It's no good. 80s on the clock here, Wolfie. And that's about as good of a look you're going to get if you're MTSU here late. But the last 75, the offense needs one soon as CMU still continue to fend off the Blue Raiders.
And what has it been, Nation, the last 2 games? One score ball game. So this is exactly what the script looks like. We knew it was going to be 2 tight contests, but think about it. A 5 seed versus a 12 seed. And a 12 seed is playing the 5 seed this tough. I don't think Central Michigan came into this game feeling that Middle Tennessee was going to put this much of a fight up. But wow, Middle Tennessee, you are showing that you belong here.
45 seconds on the clock. There's already been a couple of upsets in this tournament. Wolfie, a 14 seed, won 2 nights ago over a 3 seed. So anything can happen.
Wow.
We've seen a couple of crazy series get pretty close and dicey, especially last night. A couple of scares for a couple high seeds. But we play on here, 30 to go, and 1 goal affair separates the 2.
Well, this is now your final push before you get to that match point. Take this as your last breather, because in the last 5 minutes of the next game, it's going to be all hands on deck here for Middle Tennessee. We'll see what they can get going, but this is where they know what position they're in. It's going to be a tough mountain to climb, but hopefully they have their hiking boots right now, Nation, because it's about to get steep.
All right, keep alive here on 1 second. The ball's killed. Central Michigan 3, Middle Tennessee State 0. Going into game 4, they're on match point.
Oh, there it is. In Central Michigan, you have fought well throughout the first 3 games to be now at series points. And you're seeing this offense. It's been all 3 of these 3 players. And 2 shots easy. But what I love from Middle Tennessee, where we talked about, what was it, 3 shots back in that last game. You find a way to at least get 1 more. But more importantly, everybody now is getting involved in the shooting.
And you have to if you are MTSU. And I mean, you've got to find a way to limit Central Michigan, or else this series, I mean, again, it's over. I mean, there's been 6 reverse sweeps in a best of 7 in CCS history, 2 of which have already occurred this season. And now MTSU could make it 3. We'll see if they can here, but again, it's a tall order to pull off 4 in a row.
Well, this is where you want to see the blockbuster action, the Cinderella stories. Will we see one in the making here? 5 minutes to tell in game number 4.
Now, Central Michigan, 3-0. After 3 games here, they're on match point. Middle Tennessee State need 4 in a row to advance back to the round of 32. The Chippewas, a win away from their first ever win in the CCS Championships.
I know you mentioned there's been some upset, but has there been a reverse sweep yet here in this first round? Will we see it? First shot trio will go.
There was. The 14 seed reverse swept the 3 seed 2 nights ago back on Tuesday night when Idaho State knocked off Cincinnati in the opening round. But the Chippewas leading 1-0 here. It's trio on the opener.
Well, just continue chipping away until you find yourself with a big chunk that the other team can't climb over. And this is where you have to continue just finding ways to play easy Rocket League. Make the game easy on yourself. Don't allow for this one to kind of get to a point where you're being a little complacent. You may say, oh man, we're kind of losing focus. Finish it off here. Do not give a sliver of hope to Middle Tennessee to feel like they can come back in this series.
4:17 to go, and it starts with Puckett and company finding ways to score, which they have not done in this series. Just 2 goals through 16 minutes. Well, I mean, something has got to find a way to click here if you are the Blue Raiders.
Oh, and this is going to be one where an easy shot, the defense right there to grab it. 1, 2, 3 play off the backboard. No, it won't. Logan there to take full effect. But, this is where you're hoping maybe find a teammate there to try to continue pushing that upfield. You can't just lose possession from the midline.
3:45 to go. Puckett off the right wall. It's Beware's in the backboard. No good turn wide by Puckett. Logan bumped off. 1.5 off the clock here. A couple more team bumps happening in the corner there as the Blue Raiders finally find their way out of their own corner and then play on to midfield. Now the Blue Raiders again. The offense have got to score to keep this series alive.
When you're in a teammate rule 1, it's kind of where you're saying, all right, what is going on? Feels that nothing's kind of going our way, but this is where Middle Tennessee, they have had nothing to be able to hang their hat on besides the fact that every game this series has been a 1-goal game.
3 minutes left to go. I mean, again, all 3 games so far decided by 1 or 2 goals here so far. So everything's been fairly close. As Flash now takes to the skies here. He's met by Beware's. In turn, far left and out of harm's way. As Middle Tennessee State just with nothing in response will be game 4. Going quietly into the night so far, halfway point of the 4th game, what could be the final game of the Blue Raiders season here.
Well, it just feels that if one more goal comes through, will it be enough? And I think so. The way these two teams have been playing, Middle Tennessee haven't really shown too much in this game number 4 right now. At least what you're hoping to see until we said that. Flash says, "Give us a second. We're cooking here," as they were able to go end to end and put this all knotted up.
Well, there's what we need from Flash there if you're an MTSU fan. He's your player to watch. That's what you need to happen here in a game like this. You need someone to step up and make a play. And Flash does just that. 1-1, 2:25 to go. And we're back to level.
Now, this is where you can't give it up too quick, and what a shot just finds itself going a bit awry. But this is where we saw a quick retaliation last time when this team scored. They have to find a way to be able to score back-to-back goals, which is something they haven't been able to really say.
Chance there for Logan does not go any good for MTSU. 2-minute warning of game 4. MTSU could be their final game of the season. They need one to keep this season alive for at least 5 minutes longer. Wolfie at Central Michigan again, one singular potential goal away from moving on.
Like we mentioned, you do not want to give this team a chance. Trio unable to see that one fall behind the net, still with opportunities, and they're hunting right now for it. Sharks in the water, they're smelling blood, but will they be able to attack Logan, the defensive masterclass he's put on this series?
Round 1 for B-Wares, back down to Trio here as the Chippewa defense will retreat for now. There's a demo in front, no lead blocker. It's 4 demos trading between the two now, 1-on-1 the other way. It's taken back to the corner, demos galore, but we stay tied at 1.
On a team play, the passing, thought he was going to take it himself, saw a teammate, the unselfishness gives him right back the lead.
Just like that, Logan just unable to fully recover and fully force it out. 68 seconds, and now the Chippewas back in front 1 as Middle Tennessee State now 68 seconds to find a way to tie us back up.
And I love the fact that he was able to go for that pass. I thought he was just going to try to get a shot onto net there, but everybody on the defense just got bewildered. We'll see what they can do in the final 50 seconds. But this is where you're looking for some more magic from the boys in the baby blues. Middle Tennessee right now with possession.
45 seconds left to go. Puggets around the corner, set by Trio. No boost here for Trio, but 38 seconds in the lead is all they've got to work with. As the Blue Raiders need something soon. There's a clear. Can they make a play here? 30 on the clock. The offense, couple sophomores and a junior. Got to go to work here.
Well, they're saying, hey, we still have some more time on this program. We're not going to be done yet, but we want to see some success here before that off season. Uncle trying to find himself with some big running room here, and he does. And you've seen him do some great clears here tonight. I liked his ability with the ball on his car, but this is the last push. You need something now.
One last chance, 1 second to go. There's the kills. They're going to drop. Logan keeps it alive. Puggets, there's the clear. Oh, no one home. It was a wide open target. Central Michigan 4-0. Complete the sweep. They're moving on.
Well, great. Great match all around here, Nation. I love the Middle played. I understand it's bittersweet, but this team played with a lot of heart. You had close series, and you see it once again. We're able to really keep this team for the majority of this one into a 1-goal differential. So Central Michigan, you got the job done. The higher seed moves on. Middle Tennessee, you have to just say, hey, we got to go next. We got to get better. But when you look back at this one, I think you're going to see a lot of good and some bad, but things that they feel they can capitalize on. And I expect them to really have a big run later on in this league.
We'll see where things go with Central Michigan. We'll take on number 4 Illinois, number 13 Southern Indiana next week, the round of 32. But thanks for watching and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more round of 64 action. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow.